And then just allowing the shoulders to sink down the back. If you can, maybe take the knees a little bit wider. Just start to think about finding that nice, strong posture. Just might lift the chest a little, lift the ribs a little. And just letting the shoulders go down the back. Maybe reaching up through the crown of the head, getting a little bit taller. If you close the eyes, you can just start to take that attention into the body. Just checking in, see how you feel today. Just noticing any parts of the body that need a little more care and attention. And just feeling the shoulders soften. Maybe feel the breath build as you sit there in that taller posture. Oh, maybe noticing your energy levels today as well. Just checking in. Going to deepen the breath, making the inhale a little bit deeper, exhale a little bit longer. We're just trying to find a nice rhythm to the breath that we can use throughout our practice today. And just opening the eyes when you're ready. And then just taking the hands all the way out to the side, palms facing up and then arms going back. Try to get the shoulder blades to switch on a little if you can. So you're trying to squeeze your shoulder blades back a little bit if you can. Well done. From here, we're going to take the hands all the way up to the sky. Reach up, lift up, looking up. Maybe reach and touch the fingers. And then that nice big exhale just to reach the arms all the way back and out. Lovely. Let's do a go again. Two more. Nice big inhale. Reach up, lift up. And on that exhale, coming all the way back and out. Lovely. One more. Nice big inhale. Reaching up, looking up. And that exhale all the way back and out. Lovely. Well done. Let's take left hand down, right palm up and over. Just getting a nice stretch out. As you reach over, try and press your right hip down. Maybe look up to the sky. Just start to open the chest a little. That nice side stretch. Lovely. Right hand comes all the way back to center. Switching over, left hand up and over. And again, just getting that deeper side stretch. Maybe sending your left ribs out, left hip down. Maybe looking up to the sky, get that little stretch, openness of the chest. And on the exhale to come all the way back. Lovely. Well done. Let's switch the feet over. So try and get into the hips. Crossing the feet so you're in that more awkward position. Taking the hands out in front of you and then just reaching the hands forward as far as you can. You might lift up through the shoulders a little, through the arms. Just starting to stretch out through the back. Checking in with those hips, the knees as well. And then if you can, just press your lower back down if you can. So just pressing the lower back or even sit bones down. Just want to try and get that stretch out through the back. Well done. Keep lifting the shoulders. And maybe reach the hands a little bit further forwards. Lovely. One more breath. Lovely. When you're ready, just walking those hands all the way back in. And then we'll get a nice stretch of the chest as well. So keeping the feet where they are, take the hands back behind you, clasp the fingers, squeeze the shoulder blades together, lift the chest looking up to the sky. As you inhale, you might lift the chest a little bit more. And as you exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together, send the hands down back. Well done. Take a breath. Exhale, shoulders down. Well done. Nice and slowly, release, going back to center. And we'll come up to our hands and knees. Let's stretch out a little bit more. So spreading the fingers nice and wide. Inner elbows facing forwards as much as you can. So you want those upper arms rolling out a little bit more if you can. Lovely. From here, we're just going to try to move a little bit. So you might move side to side, just getting shoulders over the wrists. You can move forwards and backwards as well, just starting to get into those wrists a little bit more. Maybe into the shoulders and into the back. But just finding that movement where you need it. Moving side to side, forwards and backwards, maybe little circles. Steady breath. Well done. I'm going to try and turn the fingers inwards. And again, you might move side to side. A little harder to move forwards and back, so you might just want to do side to side, but you can always check in. Well done. Lovely. And then if you want to go a little bit further and try and turn your fingers all the way around, so out first, then around, and then you might start to lean back slightly, so you just get this forearm stretch, a little bit of a wrist stretch as well. Well done. Taking the hands back to center when you're ready. And again, just have the thumbs facing more forwards, fingers turning out, inner elbows forwards. Well then, from here, you're going to try to pull your shoulders to your hips. So just create some engagement into your upper back. Then from there, tuck under with the toes, lift the knees, go straight up. Again, fire at the shoulders, send the shoulders up and then back. And then coming into your both downward facing dog. Maybe paddling out through the legs. Always take the feet a little bit wider for the first one. Maybe bending the knees and just stretching out. Just working down the sides of the body. Getting down, finding some more length into your arms, into your back, and into your legs. Well then, let's do a couple more. Nice steady breath. Just checking in, see how that first down dog feels. Lovely. From here, look forward, step the feet towards the front. And come into that nice halfway lift. See that lift to the chest, look forwards. Good. Exhale, fold it down. Soft into the knees, feet are hip width apart. And then take hold by the elbow. From here, just let the shoulders completely relax, the head, the neck as well. And then try to lean into the toes. So just trying to stretch out down the back of the legs a little bit more. You can maybe pull the lower back to the back of the spine. Just get some of the front of the body kicking in, firing up. Well then, take a breath. Maybe have a little sway from side to side as well. So again, just stretching out down the sides of the body. Down the side of the ribs, down the side of the belly. Maybe get into those legs. Lovely. All right, coming back to center, we're going to start to roll up. So just bending the knees, rolling up, rounding up, little tuck in the tailbone, and all the way back up to center. Also standing. All right, from here, we're going to go through for our sun salutations. The top of the mat. Are you ready? Feet can be a little bit closer together. Palms facing forward, lift the chest and then fire up the glutes and the legs as well. Nice big inhale, take the arms all the way up to the sky. Reach up, lift up, looking up as well. Lovely. Exhale, soften, fold towards the floor, drop the head. Little lean into the toes if you can. Nice stretch at the back of the legs. Lovely. Inhale, halfway lift, look forward to lift the chest. Exhale, plant the hands, feet back to plank. Lovely. Nice strong plank. Shift forwards, chest forwards, and then lower to the floor. Use the knees if you need to. Feet nice and wide. Inhale for your upward facing dog. So get a nice stretch to the belly. Lift the chest, looking up. And exhale, tuck the toes down. All right, 5 breaths in your down dog. Think about just making some adjustments and tweaks to your down dog. You might want to try and make it a little bit stronger. You might want to try and stretch a little bit more where you need it. Maybe just firing up some of those muscles as well. Sometimes arms, legs as well. So straight legs just fires up those naturally weaker muscles, so quads and triceps. Think about lifting the hips up high and then pushing the hips back. Well done, nice and strong. Pressing into the hands, fire up the arms. Fire up the shoulders as well. So you might send the shoulders away from each other. Lift them up and then send them to the hips. So a little activation into the shoulders. Well done. One more breath. Good. Looking forward. Step the feet towards the front. Nice halfway lift. Bend into the knees. Look forward and lift the chest. Exhale, folding down. Drop the head. Little lean into the toes. When you're ready, press into the feet. Reach up, lift up, look up. Taking the hands all the way up. Engage the glutes. And exhale back to standing. Lovely. Let's go again. A little bit warmer now. Inhale. Reach up, lift up. A nice steady breath. Exhale. Fall towards the floor. Drop the head, lean into the toes, that nice stretch into the back of the legs. Inhale, halfway lift, maybe bend the knees, and then pull the shoulders to the hips. Activate the lats. Exhale, hands down, feet back, nice from the back. Lovely. Shift forwards, look forwards, and then lower to the feet. Feet nice and wide. Inhale, your upward facing dog. So your version. If you're looking after the lower back, try to keep it low to the ground if you can, belly on the ground still. If not, you can come all the way up. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Well then, let's activate these shoulders again. All right, just modifying in your down dog once you're in. Fire up the hands, press down, spread the fingers. Maybe a little more engagement into your little fingers. And then start to send the shoulders to the hips. It also feels like you're trying to lift your shoulders to the sky and then actively pull them to the hips. A little bend in the knees if you need to, if the back of the legs are tight. But if not, you're going to start to straighten those legs. Heels go back, calves go back. Picking up through the kneecaps, try and fire up the thighs, the quads, and then send them back as well. Sometimes it feels like we're going down with the heels, down with the legs, but you're trying to go backwards if you can. You always want a good inch gap underneath the heels and the floor. If you get the heels to the floor, you've got nowhere left to go in terms of stretching out. So you always want to have that gap if you can. Lift the shoulders, nice and strong in the arms. Lovely. 2 more breaths. Good. 1 more. Well done. Looking forward, step the feet towards the front. Nice halfway lift. Lift the chest. Exhale, folding down, drop the hand. Inhale, coming all the way up, reach up, lift up, looking up, engage those glutes, fire up the legs, and exhale back to standing. Lovely, let's go 1 more, nice and warm then. Inhale, reach up, try to find that flow with the breath. Exhale, fold to the floor, drop the head. Straight to legs, lean into the toes. Inhale, halfway lift to the chest. And exhale, hands down, feet back. Nice strong back. Shift forwards, look forwards, come down to the floor. Feet nice and wide, think about your upward facing dog. Might be just trying to melt the chest, ribs forwards, forwards and down. Exhale, down facing dog. Well done, 5 breaths here. Third one, firing up those shoulders. Lift the shoulders, send them to the hips. 2, always feel the shoulders pull apart and away from each other. A little more effort into the little fingers, a little more weight into the little fingers. Good. 3, strong into the legs, the arms. 4. And 5, look forward, step the feet towards the front. Nice halfway lift. Exhale, folding down, straight to legs if you can. Drop the head, lean into those toes. And inhale, push into the feet, reach up, lift up, send the fingers to the sky as the feet press down. And exhale, back to standing. Lovely, well done. All right, let's try and stretch out a little bit more. You're going to take the feet all the way out nice and wide. And go for a nice wide leg stance. You're going to try and get into the hips a little bit more. So if you turn your toes out and your knees are going to go the same direction as well. Then bending it into the knees just a little bit. You don't need to go too wide. It's up to you how wide you go. And then just go side to side. So just nice and slowly moving. Just checking in with those knees. You can move the feet a little bit as you go. So you might even just get onto the heels as you move side to side. Yeah, well done. Lovely, let's do a couple more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Just coming back to center. Turn the toes in slightly, or just so that the feet are nice and parallel. Bend into the knees and then take the hands down to the floor. As you do, you might walk your hands slightly forwards and then lift the hips to the sky. Nice straight legs if you can. Always come up higher if you need to. Well done. Then maybe start to drop the head down. Release, maybe walk those hands back a little bit more, or fingertips. And then check in with your legs. So try to pull up through the kneecaps and see if you can straighten the legs. Just like we do in our forward fold. Press down into the outside edges of the feet as well if you can. Well done. Nice deep breath here. Keep that little lean into the toes if you can. Just going to fire up the legs a little bit more. And we're just going to try to get those hips stacked over the heels. Well done. Now try to squeeze your outer hips towards each other. I'm just going to get that inner thighs fired up, pelvic floor as well. Well done. Take a breath. Nice and slowly, take the hands to the floor, lift the head, the chest. Well done, soft into the knees, and then coming all the way back up. Well done. All right, from here, we're gonna go for our triangle pose. So turn your right foot towards the back of the mat, keep your left leg where it is. Reach forwards with your right hand. We're gonna bend the front knee to start with first, and then start to slowly straighten the leg. So you're already reaching forwards as far as you can. So lunge into the leg first, reach over, and then start to straighten the leg, and maybe start to go down with that right hand. Start to really fire up that front leg, pressing down into the outside edge of the back foot. So back heel presses down. You're going to fire up outer hip a little bit more. Maybe even get a little bit of a tuck under with the tailbone. And then just send your left hand towards your lower back. Start to open the chest. Send the shoulder back and maybe look up to the sky. Almost like you're trying to lift your head a little or take your chin up a bit higher. Well done. You can always lean onto that right leg if you need to, or hand to the floor, or wherever you need. Good. Nice, strong legs. And see if you can pull your feet apart and away from each other. So you're just going to fire up a little bit more. Well done. Hold that there. 5, 4. Take the head further back if you can. 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Nice and slowly push into the front knee, coming all the way back up. Well done. Pivoting round. Right foot comes in nice and parallel, left foot forwards. Again, we're going to lean into it. So we're going to lunge into the front knee first, reach that left arm forwards, and then start to come down into it. Just trying to stretch that outer right hip or outer back hip a little bit more. Well done. Fire up the legs, tuck under with the tailbone. Nice. Press down into the outer back heel so you really fire up. Well done. Let's feel those legs switch on. So pull the feet apart and away from each other. Get those hips fired up as well. Lovely. Then maybe start to open the chest looking up. Right hand can go towards your lower back or even all the way around towards the top of your left thigh. And you want to try to open the chest as much as you can. Looking up, take the chin back slightly or head back. Reach that top arm up if you want to, or take it over the top of the head. Yeah, well done. Nice stretch there. Good. 5, 4. Keep the legs fired up if you can. Pull them apart and away. 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Looking down at the front foot, push into the knee, coming all the way back up. Good work. Bring that left foot in as well. And I would go again for another fold. So this time we're going to take the hands all the way out, nice and wide. Clasp the fingers behind you and then squeeze the shoulder blades. If you can, take the hands as high as they'll go. So it's quite a tricky one to do, but you want to try and get your hands up nice and high. Then when you're ready, folding forward and down. Take those hands with you. A little bend in the elbows sometimes helps as well. And then really tuck the chin. So tuck the chin under and see if you can get those hands up to the sky. Well done. Sinking into it, drop the head. Little lean into the toes if you can. Again, but watch the balance. Fire up the legs, pick up through the kneecaps. And now squeeze your outer hips towards each other. Fire up that inner core, pelvic floor as well. Lovely. Hold it here. 5, 4, 3. Nice steady breath. 2, and 1. Well done. Nice and slowly release the hands down. Start to roll up, round up, and coming all the way back up to standing. Lovely. Let's take a nice big step all the way back to the front and shake it out. Lovely. All right, we're going to try and do a vinyasa through for some warriors. So we'll try and get some warriors in here, but we'll try and do a little bit of a flow for it. So top of the mat when you're ready, feet together. Or slightly apart sometimes helps with your fold. And then when you're ready, nice big inhale, reach those arms all the way up. Engage the glutes, straighten the arms, look to the sky, lift the chin. Exhale, soften, fold towards the floor, drop the head, little lean into the toes, straight legs. Inhale, halfway lift, The chest, shoulders to the hip. Exhale, hands down, feet back. Strong plank. Tuck under with the tailbone, shift the shoulders forwards and lower. Feet nice and wide. Press down into the tops of the feet. Lift the knees and then roll the shoulders down the back. Lift the chest, lift the heart, upward facing dog. Exhale, release. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Well done. Take a breath here. Stretch out in a down dog. Hopefully feel like you've warmed up a little bit more. Got into the back of the legs, and the sides of the body as well. Like that. All right, we're going to step our right foot forward. So you can take the right foot high first if you want to. Reach it up to the sky. Yeah, lovely. And then bring that right foot forwards between the hands. Lovely. From there, try to keep your back heel lifted if you can. So you want to go quite far forwards with your front foot. Then push into the right foot and come up and get your balance. Always a little bit trickier once you've got that back heel lifted. And then if you can, just tuck under with the tailbone a little. So you're going to fire up this left hip flexor. Well done. Hands to the waist to start with. Nice and high onto the toes. Keep that heel lifted. Lovely. Now look up to the sky. Stretch the chest. Well done. From there, you're going to take the arms up. Nice and high. And then you can start to straighten that back leg if you can. So press the heel back maybe. Keep the left hip pulling forward slightly. Right hip can pull back. Might still have that heel lifted. Take a breath. Maybe lift the chest and look up. Lovely, well done. From here, take the hands down, clasp the fingers like we did with our fold, and then start to take the hands back. As you do, you can lean forward slightly as well, so shift the weight forwards towards that front foot. Take a breath. Shoulders roll down the back. Maybe lift the chin and look up to the sky, lifting the collarbones as well. Nice. Take a breath here. Good for helping with posture. Lovely, well done. Nice and slowly release the hands. You're going to take the hands forward as far as you can. Reach forwards, lots of weight into that front foot. And really press your right foot down into the ground. So you're going to feel the right hip fire up. Hold it here. Keep stretching forwards. Lovely. Take a breath. Nice. Slowly lower the hands towards the floor. And then start to just bring that back foot in. I've only got my fingertips on the ground here, so don't feel like I can get low enough to get the hands down just yet. Just going to try and hop my back foot in slightly. Then get the hands down nice and flat. Bend the right knee. Move your hands where you need to, by the way, with this one. And then I'll explain what we're going to do. We're trying to lift the back foot up. So you want to really shift the weight into the right foot. Lift the back foot up nice and high. And if you want to, you can come up a little bit higher with the hands. It's going to feel a little bit like Warrior 3. We have that back leg, left leg lifting nice and high. Well done. Hold it here. Good. Try to straighten your front right leg if you can. That's where it starts getting a little trickier. And then maybe lift the chest as well. Right glute firing up. Well done. Hold it there for 5, 4, 3. Go higher with the left foot. 2 and 1. Well done. Start to let that left foot drop back down. Walk your hands back and then straighten the front leg. Well done. As you walk those hands back, you can start to straighten that front leg a little. Well done, or a lot. Maybe fold down into it as well and you feel that hamstring stretch that a little bit more. Lovely. Take a breath. Nice, well done. Push into the front foot. You're going to get your hands nice and flat and then take your right foot all the way back. Right glute should be fired up. Shift forward slowly. Well done. Inhale for your upward facing dog, your version. Soften the chest, heart forwards. Lovely. Inhale. Coming up, maybe tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. Again, lift the shoulders to the sky, send them to the hips. Strong into the arms, strong into the legs. Take a breath. Lovely. Then left leg lifts to the sky. Take it up nice and high. Take a breath here. And when you're ready for the inhale, bring that left foot forwards. And nice and long if you can, and have the back heel lifted. Maybe coming up onto the fingers, press into the front foot, come up nice and slowly, find your balance. Well done, hands to the waist to start. Bend the back knee, you want to get this hip flexor kicking in, so tuck under with the tailbone if you can. Well done, hold it there. And find that balance. Maybe taking the hands to the sky as well, so reach the arms up, stretch through the fingertips as well. Maybe lift the chin, lift the chest, looking up. Lovely, take a breath. Good work. Well done. From here, start to straighten that back leg if you can, so it gets a little more challenging. Straighten that back leg. Still have the right hip lean forwards, left hip back. Take another breath. Lovely. Releasing the hands down. You must stand the hands behind you, clasp the fingers. If you can, switch the clasp of your fingers as well. Then start to lean the chest forwards. Take those hands back and lean in here. Lovely. Take a breath. Shifting that weight forwards more into that left foot, less into the back foot. Shoulders down the back, lift the chest. Maybe looking up to feel that a little bit more. Lovely. When you're ready, release the hands. Stretch them forward as far as you can. Now we're firing up that left leg, left hip, even more left glutes. Hold it there. Nice deep breath. Good. One more. Excellent, well done, nice and slowly. Take the fingertips down to the floor and shorten your stance slightly, so pop that back foot in. Maybe walk the hands a little bit further and start to shift the weight into the left foot and lift your right leg up. So back leg lifts up, maybe a little bend into the left knee, so back right foot is lifted, maybe nice and high. Maybe walk the hands forwards, maybe lift the chest as well. This is like our warrior three, but we've got the hands down, trying to really focus on that left leg. Maybe try to straighten the left leg to make it more challenging and lift the chest to really fire up. Hold it there for 5, 4, 3, tough ones today, 2, and 1. Well done. Send that right foot back. Walk your hands back. Keep walking back and see if you can straighten the front leg. You can always have a little bend in that back if you need to, but straighten the front leg. Well done. Folding into it a little bit deeper. Nice stretch out. Good. Fire up the feet. And pull the feet apart and away from each other to feel it a little bit more. Take a breath. Lovely. Nice and slowly. Bend into the front knee. Take the hands nice and flat. Lift that left leg all the way back. Shift forwards, look forwards, and come down, elbows in. Inhale, feet now out nice and wide, and then hands forwards maybe, or out to the side. Lift up your up dog, and exhale, tuck your toes down facing dog. Well then, take a breath here. All right, we're going to try to stretch out that outer hip a little bit more and get into that, a bit deeper into that glute. I'm going to have a go at doing pigeon pose. So first option is a little bit easier. If you know what you're doing with pigeon, you want to go a little bit further. You're going to aim for your right foot to come behind your left wrist and then take it easy as you go into it. If not, you want to go for the easier option. We're going to go right knee to the back of the right wrist. And then have your right foot come down the center of the mat. So you're on top of that right foot. Drop your back knee down. And if you can, even slide the foot back. So you end up with your right foot in front of you. Just check in with your right knee that you're okay with the knee. And then keep the back toes tucked under as well. You can stay lifted here, but you need to just check in with the lower back. For most people, they need to come down, just take the pressure off the lower back. And just sink into that hip. I say just, it can feel quite tight sometimes. So see how it feels, just checking in. You might flex the right foot to feel it a little bit more. Listen into the knee. If it feels really horrible, then just come out of it. Not worth crunching into the knee, so just check in. One second.
Then see if you can fire up the back leg. This is only if you want to go further, by picking up the back knee. So you have to really fire up the back leg. Well done. Hold that there. Pushing the back heel back if you can, especially the inner heel a little bit more so than the outside or the outer heel. Hold that there for 5, 4, 3. Good for stretching the hip flexors. 2, and 1. Well done. Drop that knee back down. Good. Well done. From here, take the hands back in nice and slowly. And we're trying to pick up and lift up. So push into the hands, lift up. Right foot goes back, downward facing dog. Adjusting your down dog. All right, if you're going for a harder option, left foot is coming towards the back of your right wrist and then slowly lower down. If not, I'm going to take left knee to the back of the left wrist. You want that left foot down the center, drop your right knee down, and then you're going to try to walk your back foot or back knee back so that you can sit just behind your left foot. Then you might drop those elbows down, but check in with your knee. Well done. All right, take a breath here. Check in, see how it feels in that hip. You might flex your left foot a little bit as well, so toes go towards the knee as much as you can. And then see if you can tuck under with the back toes, just so you have a little bit of engagement into the back leg. And then to go further again, you pick up the back knee. Press the inner heel back a little bit more. Again, just check in with your lower back. If it doesn't feel good for the lower back, you can just drop that knee down. Well then, hold this here. 5, 4, good stretch of the hip flexor. 3, 2, 1. Well done. Drop the back knee down. Slowly move your hands into shoulder width apart. And then tucking under with the back toes, lift the back knee, lift the hip, and then take that left foot out of the way. Well done. Stretch back into your down dog. Lift the shoulders and the hips back. And then slowly come through to seated. All right, from here, we're going to try to lower down. Do a little bit more with our hip flexors today. So you can have the feet out in front. You're going to roll down nice and slowly, round the back. Use some more of the front of the body. And then let the head and shoulders drop down to the floor. Lovely. We're going to try and keep the feet flat to start with. So knees bent, feet flat. And now take your right knee towards your chest so you can tilt the pelvis slightly. And now take the foot up to the sky. So nice straight right leg. Well done. Nice and slowly, you're going to start to lower the foot down towards the floor, but keep the lower back down. So we're going to use a little more of the front of the body, the core strength, and some of that hip flexor as well on the right side. So lowering that foot down. Take the hands over the top of the head to make this one more challenging. And then just go in as low as you can. Well done. Some people will be able to get the heel relatively low. If you feel like you can get it towards the floor, just hover it off the ground. But otherwise, just go in as far as you can. Make sure your back stays down. If your mid-back takes over or your lower back, you've gone too high with the foot. Hold it at your highest point or lowest point for 5. Straight leg, try and get that thigh engaged if you can. 4. Point through the toes to help. 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Nice and slowly bring it back up for 5. So this is the tricky bit. 4. Take it nice and slowly. Straight leg. 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Bending that knee. Take the right foot down. Left foot. Bring the knee to the chest first. Then take the left foot up. Straight leg. Point through the toes. Yeah, nice. When you're ready, start to lower down for 5. 4, going nice and slowly, press the lower back down. 3, 2, and 1. Try and hold it in your lowest point, making sure that back is still down on the ground, maybe feeling the front of the body working. Hold it there for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bringing it back up nice and slowly for 5. It's always harder to come up. 4. Well done. 3, 2. Go as high as you can. And 1. Lovely. Exhale, release that leg down. And just take the feet nice and flat. Well done. All right, from here, take your right ankle across the top of your left thigh, and then see if you can pick up your left foot as well. Flex both the feet, so you want both toes trying to curl up towards your knees if you can. And then you can lift the head and the chest if you want to, or you can just grab the back of your left thigh and pull it in. And as you do, push your right elbow into your right thigh. So just working that right foot away. It's actually quite a nice pigeon pose alternative, this. So you're still trying to get that same pigeon pose or stretch. You've just got a little more control, and there's no weight onto the knees, or a lot less weight onto the knees. Well done, hold that there. A couple of deeper breaths, just so you can stretch out. Just noticing where you feel that stretch as well. Slowly bringing that left thigh in a little bit closer. Feet are flex, and then maybe moving that right leg away from you. Use your right elbow to help. Well done. Nice and slowly release that left foot down, and then switching over other side. So left ankle comes across the top of the right thigh, flex the foot, and then lift that right leg off the ground as well. Maybe grab the back of the thigh, right thigh, hands, both hands maybe, and then again flex your right foot too. Nice, pull it in a little bit closer, feel that stretch, and get the left elbow pushing into your left thigh if you can, to start to notice where you feel that stretch. Sometimes it's hamstrings, sometimes it's a little deeper into the glutes, but just notice where you feel it. Keep pulling that leg in, and keep pushing that left elbow into that left thigh, pushing it away from you. Feel that more maybe. Emphasizing that stretch when you need it. 2 more breaths. Good, 1 more. So well done. Release your right foot down, then your left foot. Lovely. All right, we're going to try to go for our bridge pose here. So keep the feet down on the floor, feet are hip width apart. Tuck under with the tailbone and then start to lift the hips up. So we're trying to activate the glutes a little bit more. Press into the feet and see if you can squeeze the glutes. So feet press down, squeeze the glutes. Well done. If you want to lift the chest a little bit more, you can do. You can even get those hands underneath you, clasp the fingers, and then really stretch the chest. Getting into that more of the back bend if you want to. If not, you can keep the hips a little bit lower, tuck the tailbone, and then really fire up the glutes. Well done. Hold this here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. Exhale, release nice and slowly, just lowering the hips and coming all the way down. All right, we're going to try another leg one, but they're going to make this a little bit more challenging. So if you bring your feet in closer towards you, but also bring them closer towards each other as well. Not quite touching, but not far off. And then just to check this, you're going to hover your right foot off the ground and see if you can push into your left foot and lift your hips. So just do a little check. If it feels like your left foot is in the wrong place, sometimes right under the knee is a good spot. So move your foot if you need to. And then when you're ready, bring your right knee to your chest and then send it up to the sky and see if you can lift the hips as well. Well, then you're going to try to hold there. Yeah, nice. Point through the toes, point through the foot. Really press into that left foot so you can lift the hips up more and hold that there. Well done. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Lower the left hip down, then release the right foot. Lovely. Then a switch over. Again, just check in, press into your right foot so you can hover your left foot. Then pull the left knee to the chest and then take the leg up high. Then lift that right hip up when you're ready. Well done. We always bend the knee towards the chest first, then go up straight, because then you'll get a little bit more of a tuck of the tailbone to help you go straight with that leg up to the sky. Well done. Hold that there. 5, 4, 3, 2, keep pushing into the right foot, and 1, well done, nice and slowly, lower all the way down. Take the feet out and away from you, get a nice stretch up and over, maybe hands up and over the head as well, and just feel that stretch. Good work. All right, we're going to try and finish off with a bit of an inversion. I'm going to do shoulder stand today, or half shoulder stand, so if you want to follow along with me, you can do. If you prefer to do something different, like feet up the wall or headstand, feel free to go for one of those. Just take your time getting in, use the wall if you need to as well. I'll just show you feet up the wall if you've not done it before. You're going to bring your knees to your chest first, and then take your feet up. And if you have got a wall, you can just lean your feet against the wall, but if not, just relax, release, and stay here. And sometimes you've got something under your lower back, it will help you just keep the legs up without having to do any core or hip flexor work. And then if you're going into shoulder stand, hands go down, maybe grab the edges of the mat, pull the knees to the chest, press the hands into the ground, so you lift the feet over the head, and then grab the lower back up the hips. And you'll have your legs more of a 45-degree angle if you're trying to do more of a sort of half shoulder stand, so you use more of your elbows. And then if you're going a bit further, try and get the feet over the top of the head first, get those shoulders in nice and close, hands to the middle of the back, and then take those feet up when you're ready. I'm going to try and do 10 breaths here. Just checking in. You might send those feet further away from you. Checking in that you're nice and even in the shoulders. Glutes fired up. Well done, and hold that there. Good, 10. Maybe point through the toes. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Well done. If you're in shoulder stand, you can take the feet over the top of the head towards the floor. This one's called Halasana. And you might take the toes to the floor or just hover them over the head. Make sure you're all right with your neck. And then just hold them where you are. Lovely. Another 5 breaths. If you're in your feet up the wall, you can just relax here. Deeper breaths. Lovely. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Lovely. Nice and slowly, you might release the hands towards the floor. Maybe bend the knees and then start to roll down nice and slowly. Take your time coming down. Releasing the feet to the floor, or maybe even sending the feet all the way out and away from you. And then just getting that nice stretch up and over, hands up and over the head, stretching out through the feet, not the arch of the back to properly stretch the belly. And then from here, I'm going to come into our Shavasana. So stretch out if you need to, feel free to do a vinyasa if you want to. But if you feel like you're ready for Shavasana, you can just take the feet wider, have the hands a little bit wider, palms facing up. Maybe a little tuck of the chin. Close the eyes. And we'll just do a couple of deeper breaths. So just take a few moments to relax the body. Just allow parts of the body to feel heavy. That nice sinking down feeling. And taking a deeper inhale in. Exhale out through the mouth. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One breath to let go. Just returning to a more natural rhythm.
Then the body relax as you do. And the shoulders a little heavier for the head. Feet, the legs, the pelvis. Maybe you can relax in your face. So let go of the blood. Let go of the body. Saya. Fingers, toes, even a little bit of stretch of the movement. Maybe even a little hook in the knees, just using out the lower back, mid back. Slowly, just moving over to one side. Nice breath here. Nice, slowly, just coming back up to seated. And the head low, eyes closed. Taking hands to about center when you're ready. Just allow the shoulders to soften. Just take a moment to check in with your body, your mind, just notice how you feel.